Picture this. You have $100,000 sitting in super, you are 55, and you are ready to walk away from work. Then you find out you cannot touch a cent of it for years. Welcome to the world of preservation age, which is now 60 for everyone, with full unrestricted access generally not coming until 65, according to ASIC's Money Smart and the ATO. In this video, I will walk you through exactly when you can access your super, when you can't, and the simple checks to map your own timeline. Let's start with the single most important number, 60. That is the preservation age for everyone in Australia now. The old system used to depend on your date of birth, but that transition finished back in 2012, according to AMP and the ATO. So the rule is simpler today, but it is still a hard wall. The ATO says you can generally access super from 60 if you have retired or left a job, and from 65 whether or not you are still working. Here is why getting this wrong costs real money. If you stop working at 58, you may need to fund 2 full years of living expenses from savings or other income before your super unlocks at 60, according to the ATO. Anyone retiring before 60 must fund that entire period outside super. That cash flow gap is the first hidden cost, and it catches people who assumed retirement and super access happen on the same day. They don't. Now, the second trap, and it is a big one. Preservation age is not the same as your age pension age. ASIC and Aware Super both confirm the age pension age is currently 67. So if you access super at 60, you could be staring down up to 7 years of self-funding before any pension support kicks in. That is a no man's land that catches a lot of people by surprise. Let's put a number on that gap. Say your living costs run $60,000 a year. A 7-year bridge from 60 to 67 implies you need about $420,000 in spending money before the age pension starts, drawn from super, savings, or work income based on the Aware, Super, and ASIC pension age of 67 and the ATO access rules at 60. That bridge is the single biggest long-run planning risk created by the 60 versus 67 gap. So here is your first practical move. Log into MyGov and open ATO online services. Find your super information and confirm your fund balance and preservation status. Then compare your intended retirement age against the 60 and 65 access rules. Good looks like this. You know clearly whether you can access super at 60, must wait until 65, or need a special early access exception. That clarity alone puts you ahead of most people. Second move. Open the Your Super comparison tool inside ATO online services, enter your fund details, and compare fees and returns against other options. The point here is to make sure you're not leaking money to high fees in the years before you reach preservation age. Good looks like finding a lower fee or better performing option that preserves more of your balance by the time you actually need it. Small differences in fees compound into thousands over time. Third move. If you are 60 or older and still working, review whether a transition to retirement strategy fits you. This lets you draw down part of your super through a transition to retirement income stream while you keep working and contributing, according to the ATO and Money Smart. Estimate whether partial access plus ongoing contributions covers your income needs until 67. Good looks like a plan that bridges your income without prematurely draining your full balance. And here is the upside that makes 60 such a milestone. The ATO says that if you are 60 or older and your super comes from a tax source, your benefits may be tax-free, provided conditions are met. That is materially better than pulling taxable income from other sources during your bridge years. So once you cross 60, drawing from super can actually be the most tax-efficient money you have access to. Now let me bust a common myth. People believe you can't access super until you retire permanently and never work again. Not true. The ATO and ASIC confirm you can generally access super from 60 if you retire or simply leave a job, and from 65 regardless of whether you are still working. On top of that, early access exceptions exist for situations like severe financial hardship, terminal illness, and permanent incapacity. The biggest mistake I see is people treating preservation age and age pension age as the same date. They are not. One is 60, the other is 67. And that gap can stretch up to 7 years, according to ASIC and Aware Super. The second common mistake is assuming you can access super before 60. Outside the limited hardship and incapacity exceptions, you generally can't, which means any earlier retirement must be funded entirely from outside super. Let's recap fast. 1. Preservation age is 60 for everyone, with full unrestricted access generally at 65. 2. Size your funding bridge from 60 to the age pension age of 67. 3. Check your timing in MyGov and ATO online services. 4. Compare your fund using the Your Super tool. 5. Review a transition to retirement strategy once you are 60 and still working. And 6. Remember that super may be tax-free from 60 if conditions are met. If this cleared things up, do yourself a favour and run that MyGov check this week so you know your real access age, not the one you assumed. Subscribe for more clear, no jargon guides on super and retirement. And next up, I will walk you through exactly how a transition to retirement income stream works and whether it is worth setting up. Remember, this is general information only and not financial advice. I'll see you in the next one.